Alright, well, I guess there's no really other way to check besides my stream quality, so hold on to your horses. Alright, so unfortunately, it can pick up the fucking fan of the. It can pick up the fan of my computer, so let me see if I can fix that. I guess I could just move my coffee table away from it. You may be asking why the hell I'm streaming so early in the morning. Well, it's because I'm going to be busy later today. I might as well get a quick test stream up. And I'm pretty sure that it should be good. Maybe I just have to lower sensitivity. It was always a mode I always thought was kind of dumb. Because I always thought you'd play super safe. Should we do bonus chest? You see, when I go to game rules, right, the first thing I would look at would be like to disable phantoms, but that would kill the experience of going in hardcore mode, and I don't want to mess with these settings. I may be playing modded, but I want to play the game as it was. Alright, let's see how far we get. I'm in planning to at least get to the nether and die in the nether. Because I remember piglins being a super big threat without a real good, kit. I don't think I got myself a freaking starter chest. Just gotta check something real quick. Alrighty. Bro, my computer's already roaring for mercy. There's a freaking. As far as the mods I have a journey map. Journey map's probably one of my favorites, as well as a bunch of UI stuff like inventory HUD. I even got something called like an event notifier that lets me know about stuff. But for the most part, it's a bunch of UI stuff, and I like a bunch of crazy UI stuff. but it's nothing that fundamentally changes the game. Outside of shader packs and just making the game look pretty. Personally, I'm glad I spawned taiga. I love taiga biome for spruce trees. The only downside I have with taiga is that it's impossible to make manual farms without going into a bunch of torches to light up the area to prevent stuff from icing up or freezing up. Okay, I got 6. I can immediately get out of here. Is there anywhere good nearby? There's a stony shore located around here. My goal here right now is to get a shelter. Get shelter, get food, and don't die. Another problem I found myself running into a taiga biome is that I'm not really too familiar with. Oh fuck! Oh no. Okay. I think I could tell the difference. I just need to get on the ice. Okay. There's a little nice nifty island over there I can take. I do like islands because they are smaller, but there is a problem that there could be a bunch of mobs spawning there. I mean, it's mostly transparent blocks, but doesn't defeat the fact that if a zombie spots me, it'll immediately do the... They're gonna summon some stuff. But then again, do I really want to be stuck in the middle of the ocean? Now, I want to preface this to anybody who's watching like a stream or something, or like a VOD. If the stream abruptly cuts, that is because my graphic card fucking died. I don't know why my PC does this, but like using AMD, right? It just it runs fine. It runs beautifully, and then it goes a little too much. It goes a little too much, and the whole fucking thing stops everything I'm doing, and then forces it into safe mode, and then now I can't play any games or do anything. And it's very annoying every time it happens because in order to take it out of safe mode, I have to restart my PC. I don't need to tell you that restarting your PC every time you get a crash is a very tilting thing. Oh my god. Okay, I've used the polar bear as killing me on sight. Yeah, look at that shit. Yeah, look at that. This is just entirely powdered snow. I can't even... I have to take the water. kill a salmon, but that would be making my stamina go down even further. There is coal though. I want to capture as much coal as I can. Because in order to cook this steak to make it worthwhile, I need to use campfires. I love campfires, but they are a bitch to craft. I mean, they do take 3... Oh, they take 3 logs. And if I want an optimal one, I craft like 8 of them. 8 times 4 is 24, I believe. No, it's 32. What the fuck? 32. So for free, so for 8 campfires, you can cook an entire stack of food under 30 seconds. Which, in my opinion, is a great deal. The only problem is that once you put down a campfire, you can't move it. Ah, crap. Need myself some more sticks because I know what I'm about to do. Axe. That's 1. Then pickaxe. Son of a bitch. I think I already burned through. Yep, I have like 2 minutes left before it gets really bad. As far as the stream shows, it's 60 FPS like I wanted. And it looks kind of good. Obviously it's at 720p, it's not at its full quality, but I'm pretty sure anybody who's tried streaming and playing Minecraft for extended periods of time isn't going to get as lucky. I can't tell you how happy I was to freaking get this PC when I had the chance. Alright, so there's 2 things we can do from this point on. We can start mining, or continue exploring but accept the risks. Personally, I feel way better going underground. I know that I'll have, but look, the journey map should be able to show and tell me where enemies are, but I really don't think it's an igloo. I've never once in my life been more happy to see an igloo ever than right here. Now, is it a special igloo? That's the question right now. Yes, it is. Temporarily, I can make this a base. And we got some food. And a cactus. Let's go. Wait, these are silverfish? I did not know that these plates were made of silverfish. Alright, so next plan, now that we have a bed and we can skip nights, we can go ahead and start working on a base of operations. I'll take the bed with me and the furnace. There are cows located over here. Oh, there's a lot of cows located over here. I am very terrified of freaking. Well, yeah, down here is a pretty good place to mine. I thought there was like a villager house or something over here, but no. Turns out to be something way better. Man, honestly, today was probably a horrible day to freaking try to start streaming. I got the sniffles. Every 30 seconds you can hear me sniffling. So today I got fucking class. Normally I like going to class, but I'm starting to find out that I'm not really cut out for it. It's like, dear. Okay, I got it. Now, if I wanted effective... Yeah. Geology is like a good class. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of doing lab work. The problem is that none of the information really sticks. Yes, I know how to identify, I know how to look, and I have plenty of questions that can interact with the labs, making me basically perfect for, group work. But the moment you ask me, like, okay, well, because you did this, what is this? I'm like, I don't fucking know. What do you mean you don't know? You did, like, the whole thing? Yeah, I know, but I don't remember most of it. Jesus Christ, my mother's all stuffed up. Hold on. Jesus Christ, I blew out my fucking eardrums. That was plugged up so bad. All because I decided to sleep with a fucking fan shooting at my face. Like, the human body's weird as fuck. Anyways, so so I think yeah, my professor would just be like, why on earth can't you remember this stuff? And it quickly devolved into like, well, I mean, I've seen you play games. Why do you remember games and not what you're studying? And it's like, Well, because I don't like studying something I have to do. It's fundamentally different when I play a game and out of ambition to get better at the game, I understand it and remember it more than to remember something that, in in all honesty, is pretty arbitrary. That's what the thing about general eds. Once you get to a point where you're just clockwork doing it, the value of individual knowledge kind of wanes on you. Like for me, I don't really care about you know geology as like a study because I'm not interested into doing research into how the earth works because ultimately at the end of the day all I want is a fucking job to feed myself and get what I want, you know what I mean? Not to say that it's not important because I'm pretty sure that living in a potential sinkhole like Cali, knowing that information would be prevalent. I just think that in the grand scheme of things, I'd pretty much do better learning my trade than doing college. Funny how things work nowadays. I really shouldn't be down here, but I really need the armor. And that's a fucking genius. You know, when I stream, right? Normally, it's like a manageable thing. Like I can handle most stuff on my own. But then I give trust to these fucking neighbors online who drive me insane. They have their awful cars and shit. There we go. When life gives you lemons, you put a fucking boat down. Anyways, yeah, they have these awful cars that make a bunch of noise. Then I think even later on, right now, I think like in about an hour or two, freaking the leaf blowers just start gonna go crazy. I think if I'm running Minecraft by myself, like I'm not in a voice chat, I think it runs fine. I think it starts running like crap the moment I start sitting in a Discord call. I think it's because Discord takes a lot of RAM, but I don't know. To be perfectly honest. So there's a mine shaft here, and as much as I do love encountering mine shafts, cave spiders are gonna be the bane of my existence. One hit immediately drops you down to like half health, even if you're armored. I have no armor. I have no safety precautions. I have 1 minute until sleep. Now I didn't want to just play safe. I didn't want to like skip every night and do stuff like that. Because to be honest, playing super safe like that is not really entertaining for y'all. But if I want this run to last longer than 15 minutes, I wanna like increase my odds, you know. Now, I've never been a good builder. I mean, for fuck's sake, I was even contemplating making a base out of that igloo. But I think it's best if I actually do take a creative approach. Like, this mine shaft could definitely be a good spot for something. I can get something going in this cave. But for now, we are going to sleep. You know what? Actually, I never actually created. I never created a base underground in a mine shaft. And honestly, the way with everything here is, I think it's a pretty nice spot. I think it's a very nice spot. I just gotta start lighting it up, and then after which I can start cooking my food. Surprisingly, I haven't had a single decrease in my I haven't had a single decrease in my hunger yet. Or maybe the saturation's about to wear out. I see there's no saturation left. So it seems like if I continue on my path of jumping around, I'm gonna lose. Shit. Alright. Gonna have to start getting ready. First, I can cut these and create a fence wall. I think by doing this, I immediately made my circumstances way safer. I'll make something out of this base. But for now, I just need a spot to relax. There's our first enemy. Well, our first real enemy. How do you make a fence gate again? There we go. Unfortunately, there's lava over here, so I gotta put the stuff that's inactive and unusable right now. I got a furnace, so I can immediately start smelting stuff. Knowing myself, I want one more torch to light up the area. I need a piece of sand. I need a place to put sugarcane. I'll turn these oak planks into wood. I don't have a use for lapis. Diorite can be used to plug up another hole. Stack of wood, planks. Campfires, I forgot. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. Now, where should I put this? I have to expand this way. I'm gonna be messing with my sensitivity so I can reduce those fan sounds. I know that they're very audible, but again, due to the settings I'm running, it's literally like making my PC roar in agony. Okay, so lava's at its worst here, so I'll stop increasing until I can get to the other side of this wall and patch it up. But for now, break this. I'm gonna have a six. I'm gonna have an 8 furnace setup. Knowing myself, I want to smelt things much quicker, and I'm pretty sure we don't want to be sitting here doing nothing. So because I'm gonna have that, I guess I can have the setup like this. I guess it doesn't matter because if I want to make like a more efficient thing somewhere else, I'll just have to. I'll have to relocate it again. Yeah, they're there already. So the only problem with this setup is if a skeleton starts attacking me, I'm pretty much boned. But I mean, I got plenty of space to hide. As far as food goes, I have three. I have several stuff, and then I need to go back to the surface to get more. But to make my place a little safer, I need more torches to light up the area. Problem with that is I'm quickly burning out my stick supply. $12 iron, so I can make an iron pickaxe, a shield, a bucket, and the pickaxe is the most important because I can deal with low damage. But I need the shield and I need the shield and I need the pickaxe. And later on, when I get more stuff, I'll get the rest. But for now, another challenge I wanted to do was like a small border challenge. Like your border's small, but over time you can make it bigger. I was watching this one video I saw where a guy played a map like that, and it seemed pretty cool. It was like this map that had you had a small one, but the more achievements that you did, the bigger the map got. Unfortunately, it didn't seem like they increased that much, but then again, there's not that many achievements in Minecraft. I mean, there are. It's just like, in the grand scheme of things, is it enough to go past like a couple chunks? I do not know. Sunset. So I got a shield, which means I can defend myself. And I got enough for an armor piece, but I don't really want to use one, especially right now. So a big threat right now would be zombies. Zombies would be a very big threat against me, as they can sense me and they can immediately start path towards me. A zombie by itself is not a big threat until it has the ability to just come and seek you out. Because by the time you realize it's coming after you, especially in vanilla Minecraft, it's already on you. I really hate that alarm. I love Pizza Tower, but I deadass thought I heard a creeper behind me. Why is someone DMing me like I'm important in their lives? This is mostly a test run of how my stream can handle playing Minecraft. And honestly, I think it's running better because I'm not having Discord. I don't know what Discord has, but if it's intended for gaming, why does it cause so many issues while I'm playing games? Yeah, not falling for that noob trap. What? How? Well, coal, I don't need the mineable variant. I could just start, like, cutting trees down and then getting charcoal and then lighting up. But the thing is, cutting wood is such a pain in the ass, especially, I'm playing on, like, this other world, Buffy's SMP, right? And in Buffy's SMP, I don't have, like, my netherite stuff. You all saw in the Echo Arcade realm. That realm is still up, but like because I've been on Waffy's, it's just like kind of been dead in the water. I do plan on returning to it, but not in stream form because again, I don't want my game to crash while I'm like doing something important. 54. Now, in any other world, I would have let that lava climb down, but I need my freaking. Well, let's see. If I would have made a base at the villager, so the thing is, villager igloo is not too far away. Yeah, it's a great distance apart, but all I gotta do is just make a safe path there through boats. And even if I don't, I could possibly just make a straight trench that leads straight to them. But again, I won't do villager stuff until way later down the road. Or just have it as its own dedicated spot for it. It's not hard to make a villager farm. I'll just have that set up. I'm slow as shit, or it's very like fast how quickly it turns to night. I'm 2 minutes away. Not gonna lie, my least favorite part about early game is usually the slower the progression. I mean, yeah, you get more stuff as you play on, but honestly, because of how safe I play, I don't see that progression till way later. With all the mods I've been playing, I'm surprised nothing has tried to kill me yet. I got one zombie, a spider, and a creeper. I just realized that thanks to it being a taiga, passive mobs are a lot less frequent. Pumpkin pie. It's that easy? I thought it was way harder to get. One sugar for a... Hell yeah, I'll harvest these things. Yep, there's one tree. I was thinking of even downloading a resource pack that plays other songs, and I wanted to play like the Legacy Console Edition OST. Mainly like shit like RAMF and all that. I know RAMF only plays while you're in creative, but still, it would be nice to have. Alright, I really need to go to bed. I know mobs spawn the surface here. Either I'm getting lucky that thing's here, or I'm about to get fucked. I'm about to get fucked. Literally any other day I'd hunt an Enderman, but right now it's not a safe day to do so. Or, you know, if they just make it painfully easy for me to do so. going to attack an Enderman until that fucker gets in here. Really? You're really gonna make this difficult for me, aren't you? Okay, quite literally, there's only one way for you to go down from those stairs. And there's another one of you over there. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mom's getting an extended 1 block range, so I don't want to be anywhere near it. Just keep my head down. Yeah, I know how dangerous they could be, especially after playing a lot of Enigmatic Legacy. Okay. No, closer. 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 Jesus Christ. My heart stops every time I fucking fight those things. But I got a grass block. A grass block is great because I can make a nice farm down here. I guess I could keep the mobs up there preoccupied. Yeah, but I got stacks of freaking cobblestone. Oh, I just got a beautiful fucking idea. Oh, I got a beautiful idea. So, all the lava over there that's giving me a heart. Oh, shit. Oh, no, 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 no. Fuck. Shit. I gotta create a cutoff point. Okay. Combat encounters are something I never want to do. But if I want them to stop, I need to light up this area over here. Aw, come on, why didn't you detonate? Calm down, calm down. I gotta keep my cool. I go losing my shit and then I die to this creeper. Sorry, I was locked in for a little bit, dear God. Shit. Just my luck, there's a cave spider spawner. That's just beautiful, isn't it? Poetic justice. I need water. Okay, so my plan right now is to create infinite lava source. If I can get infinite lava source, I can easily start smelting massive quantity of things such as stone bricks. The question is, where am I gonna put this freaking farm? I guess I could put it here, but I need more real estate. There. Now with this upper echelon of stuff, I can now put lava up there and then begin the process of trying to put up a infinite lava source. Now I need dripstone. That's one thing I'm really lacking in the Boffy SMP. I don't have dripstone, and I don't want to ask for dripstone. They even have lava cast protection. Like, come on, lava casts are like my favorite thing to make. Especially if like what I used to do is I used to make a base and then submerge it with water and lava so I can create a lava cast over it. It's a really cool aesthetic. And nobody will fuck with it because it's a pain in the ass to actually grief. Well, the problem is mobs spawn everywhere until you fix like all the holes where they can spawn. was getting tired. I was not really in the mood to chat, but I guess I have something on my mind, and as you probably heard, Power World is undergoing some litigation and lawsuits from Nintendo, and it's about Power World's patents. Now, I really hate to be that guy, but I like Power World, and Power World, in my opinion, is a very fun game that puts a creative twist on the whole survival and monster catching game. And now, as much as I love this game and all that, there's an elephant in the room that needs to be addressed. Yes, about 8 or 10 of their designs are blatant Pokemon rips. Well, not rips, but like, Jesus fucking Christ. You look at Cremis, you look at Verdunny, you look at fucking the experimental Mewtwo one, the freaking I think there's even a version of Silvally in there, as well as like a two-parter of another Pokemon in there. But the thing is, all that to me is irrelevant, because the gameplay and the animations and all that is just something else, you know. There's so many like animations for every single POW, when they're relaxing in a spa, when they're mining, when they're hardcore, like when they're hard at work or overworked, when they're sick, when they're happy, when you pet them, when they fight, when they're angry. You know, they have so many animations. They're extremely interactable. I love this game. Unfortunately, Nintendo had a bunch of people go up to us like, well, you should really try to sue Power World because they stole your identity, stole your stuff. And I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? It's like, yeah, it's kind of annoying to hear the Pokemon killer, but just like the COD killer, you think Activision gives a shit? They don't. They know they have the monopoly on it, but any game that comes in that's like a competitor, they're going to immediately shunt it. When I played Power World, I enjoyed it as a sandbox. It had a much faster progression. Pokemon, on the other hand, is not really a combat game. It's a turn-based strategy game. And over the years, people have been more disgruntled by it because generally they haven't put any innovations. Most people would pull out, well, I mean, for competitive, it could be disastrous if they try adding new things. And I'm like, competitive should be able to adapt and take in new things rather than lock away things for the rest of the public. Because competitive is a small 5, even less % chance of the people who play Pokemon. People play Pokemon because they have recognizable mons. They're very fun to do, fun to hang around with and play, and it has its own identity. But Power World struggles with that. But then again, it's a game literally made from scratch and duct tape, and a bunch of devs being like, wouldn't it be funny, and then they slap it into the fucking game. Like, I love Power World because it represents what fun should be. They shouldn't be looking at each other and being like, oh yeah, they shouldn't be on each other's cases. They should be looking to as inspiration to do better or to do more. And that's why I've always liked Power World. And it's a solid game on its own, and it got multiple updates, and it's going through a lot of changes. And I think it's a great thing. So when I hear that this patent is going to go down, this patent lawsuit, multiple patents according to the freaking thing, all I know is that it's frivolous. Yes. Is it in Pokemon? Is it in Nintendo's jurisdiction to at least attempt something for their patent over something they popularized? Yes, it is in their right. But you don't need to have you don't you don't you don't need a pair of eyes to see that what's wrong and what's right. All right. At the end of the day, all this is just a mold fest. They did not want Power World to just get away with making their making away their game. Do I think it's better than Pokemon? In my opinion, other than I don't think so. Okay, Pokemon is going against. I mean, Power World is going up against 1,000 different unique Pokemon designs. For every shitty Pokemon out there, which is basically like a garbage Pokemon and a jangling pair of keys, there's like many other ones that are fan favorites and instantly recognizable at any distance from any age. Does Power World have that staying power? Of course not. They do not. Alright? A lot of times when people look at Power World, they think of Pokemon. And when you're in a situation like that, you don't really have a leg to stand on. But fuck that. I really want Power World to succeed, and these people who I wouldn't even say they're going in it for just the money. I'm just saying, like, if you had a good reason, people would be on your side. But evidently not. So yeah, the suit's gonna go down. They're going after patents. Now, if you're on Twitter, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna see these idiots pull out, well, of course, they were ripping their designs off. What do you think was gonna happen? And it's like, you have to explain to these people, like, no, it is not a copyright situation. It is patents. Now, what's a patent? Well, basically, eons ago, some dude said we wanted to make it so that we can control what catching a Pokemon in a video game, or like catching, or they wanted to pen a single thing that they've done for the end of time. And patents are a lot like invention. You need patents to protect your integrity when it comes to making inventions. Now, you may be sitting there like, okay, well, a patent isn't really an invention. Yes, but it's treated like one in law. So if you patent the idea of throwing and catching Pokemon, or like throwing balls at creatures to capture them, if the owner of the patent made it long ago, they can claim it and say that you copied their patent because you basically captured their idea. The thing about Pokemon, though, is Pokemon, if legends are... Honestly, modern day examples is not a good way to go about talking about this because it doesn't matter to them. What matters is the fact that this is a game that's heavily focused on semantics. That's all it is. This people copied my game. Okay, well, how did they copy your game? Well, we made this patent eons ago so that we can control making of this game. And like any game, like for example, EA has a patent for pinging from Apex Legends, but they let people use it for free because they have no use suing people for it, and it's a waste of everyone's time. But Nintendo is fucking cheap as shit, and they're petty. So of course they're gonna go out of their way to fucking sue you. What's my problem with all of this? Why do I have a big issue with it? Well, it's just because I don't think that a company like Nintendo or Game Freak should have a monopoly over an idea, especially when it comes to innovation or creating ideas. It'd be like patenting contextual lean in shooters. It's a mechanic that is used for certain people, and if there was like cool ways to do it, someone should have the ability to not only use it but improve on it, and that's what I want. But Nintendo, they don't want that. They just want to make sure that the competition, if they're not going to be able to take them down by conventional means with, uh, if they're not going to take them down by conventional means, then they're going to take them down via lawsuits. And that's something I don't want. It's so bad. Gotcha. I'll take it. The faster I can protect the lower ground, the more safer it is to explore this area. Another thing I have a friend. I really like this friend. I respect him a lot, but dear God, his takes on power are so bad. It's like the reason he compares it to slop is because they copy Pokemon, and I have to sit there and be like, well, no, they didn't copy Pokemon. If they did, they would have mean. If they had directly ripped off Pokemon, like they're always like shifting the goalpost, and it's frustrating. If you've ever talked to a Twitter slacktivist who uses mental gymnastics to get by their life, to justify terrible things and say stupid shit all the time, then you know how bad it is when they try to argue and you're just trying to keep them in line and they just keep giving you shit. Sorry, a leaf blower came by. I think the worst part about it is simply put that I don't. Yeah, so if you ever argue with people who move the goalpost, it's annoying because they'll never be happy. They'll never be satisfied with whatever you tell them. If you like, for example, I told them that it's not a direct copy. If it was a direct copy, there would be evidence. There would be a big push by copyright right away, like snap super quickly. But it didn't. So they had to go on another one. And probably from their research that their team did, they probably found out that their designs came out way before. But again, this is not copyright. We're not talking about. I'm not going into depth with this argument. So they moved the goalpost. Okay, so what are they saying now? Well, they're saying that Power World is just Pokemon, but cheap and poor, and it doesn't matter what they cheated or what the specifics are. It's just a slop. It's garbage. And I'm like, well, why is it garbage? Well, it's because, it's just a survival game, shitty amalgamation of one. And I'm like, okay, well, why is that inherently a bad thing? People like survival games. People like Pokemon. Why wouldn't you slap them together? And they just kept sitting on the slop argument. Like, I don't get the slop argument because if the game is successful and people buy it and people push for it to be better, it's not slop. If it was genuine garbage, people would not be propping it up. People would not be supporting an indie dev. Like, I get that there is a big overlap, and Pokemon fans are tired of hearing about Power World just as much as Power World is Power World fans are tired of hearing about Pokemon. But at the end of the day, they're not enemies. They're competitors. And competitors should learn from each other and get better both ways. Power should be making ways to create a unique identity, and Pokemon should be using their time and resources and fuck tons of money for solid content and solid quality games. They should not be releasing as buggy messes. We as the gamers and player base should not be accepting garbage like that. If we're gonna sit here and say that Power World is slop simply because it's like much like another game, then we can all call other shooters slop. And it's frustrating dealing with this argument because it drives me insane because of the mental gymnastics and goalpost shifting. Like they don't care that Power World made it so that you can fight alongside your pals. You as the player has more autonomy in the story and in the game. And while there is no meaningful characters or NPCs, you have multiplayer where you actively have balance and changes to how the gameplay is played while playing the game. If there's anything I want, like, I don't know, co-op in the main single player game, double battles, fucking events that aren't just shitty raids. I feel like Pokemon should have more, and they should stop trying to pump them out. And then I also don't understand how, while people can call Power World slop, they'll willingly allow being sold the same exact game again for $60 and being called a new edition of the game. Like Sword Shield. Like, I don't know how they're getting fucking away with that. I don't understand. Oh, well, they have a unique legendary associated with the game version that you buy. Like, I don't give a fuck. Why aren't they both in there? Oh, what, they're slightly different campaigns or slightly different stuff? I don't think it's substantial enough. I really don't. keys in the wrong chest. I could have used a single lava bucket, but I wasn't thinking. Well, I mean, considering how many torches I'm gonna need, I might as well. What? But I don't know. I think, in my heart of hearts, I hope Nintendo just drops this fucking case. But they don't. They're not inclined to. They're gonna keep going, and they're probably gonna win. Because even if Power World has like a nice judge who's on their side, and they convince them that no, it's not. It's not one patent. It's multiple. All the money and bullshit resources that's gonna take to do a couple Google searches and go into some old archaic history shit about patents is not gonna save them from being forcing to pay out. And guess what? Their employees are gonna be fucked. Now they didn't make money in the first place, and they probably know how to struggle without a lot of money. But honestly, I just don't think they deserve this. Power World was a success. It was a success because Pokemon fans yearned for a game that suited a more interactive style. And they found it in Power World. And I think that's amazing. I'm happy that people played it, enjoyed it for what it was, and didn't hold it to a super high, unattainable standard. Like, we didn't expect a game. Like, Power World isn't a game that has like 1,000 mods. It doesn't have the most unique story. It's not exactly the most grounded game either. It's just a fun game at heart. And it accomplished that. And I'm happy that it did. And then you got people who have money and power and resources who just don't like that. And they want that shut down. I think that's just wrong. They're probably gonna win against everyone's wishes. There's like everyone's gonna be outraged or upset, but in reality, is anything gonna change? Like, Nintendo's still gonna be doing what it is. People are still gonna buy fucking Pokemon games. At the end of the day, it is what it is. And I just hope that, Power World can still continue doing what they're doing. Or if they're going to redesign or jump to a new project or just bend the knee. Or best case scenario, I want something good to come out of this, and I'm being hopeful. But I don't know. When it comes to Nintendo, they're a very petty company. They're very petty. They don't want competition. They want power. Dear fucking god. That scared the shit out of me. I thought it was a creeper on me. Well, I'm glad I'm able to keep a conversation longer this time, but I am starting to feel the fatigue and sleepiness, so I'm gonna go get ready with some breakfast. In a bit, after I'm at all this iron. Or maybe I could just start doing that next run. But so far, this world has started out pretty good. I thought I was going to be struggling harder, but I think I can make this place work. Anyways, I appreciate anybody who sat in this and decided to play, decided to hear me out and whatnot. I know there's nobody here, but one day I'll look back on this as a fond memory. And I'll see y'all next time.